a tyrant rises. This is the one eternal law of the ancient seas.
The throne of the deep does not tolerate a vacuum.
It demands a ruler. It demands power. When a Mosasaurus skeleton dissolves into the sediment, a new shadow passes over the bones. This is not a history of species. It is a chronicle of dynasties. It begins with fish. Devonian period, 400 million years ago. This was not an age of mammals or reptiles.
The oceans were a new frontier, an evolutionary arena.
The first true throne was forged.
Predators were simple, armored, and brutal.
They were the placoderms.
From this armored horde, one fighter rose to domination.
A creature of terrible, absolute power, Dunkleosteus. This 10-ton behemoth was the first true apex predator. It has defined the concept of a sea tyrant precisely. Its reign was absolute. This is the arena. The Devonian Ocean was a cauldron of evolution. An arms race exploding in real time. Survival was measured in two competing equations. Armor or jaws. The small fry, the trilobites, hid in the mud. Early sharks, the Cladocelaceae, were fast. Were agile. But they were not rulers. True power belonged to the placoderms, the armored fish. They were the tanks of this new world. In this kingdom of armor, a new weapon was evolving. The jaw. Maiasaura did not just have armor. Turned armor into a weapon. It becomes a monster designed to break down the very defenses that defined its era. A tyrant created to destroy other tyrants. this world was not just dangerous, it was alien. A place where the ocean itself was the antagonist. This was a living fortress. A head encased in 6-foot plates of solid bone. It was the armored tyrant. But its true genius was its weapon system. Nucleosteus had no teeth. Something far worse. Its jaws were two self-sharpening, armor-piercing bone blades. Every time it closed its mouth, it sharpened its own daggers. Speed is its secret. The creature's skull had a unique 4-bar linkage. It can open its mouth in 1/50th of a second. This makes for a devastating sucker punch.
Prey isn't just bitten, it's inhaled.
The blade slammed shut with 80,000 pounds of force per square inch. The weapon system was built with one purpose in mind. It was the perfect killing machine for the Devonian arena. Perfection has a price.
In the abyss, the dogs.
Self. The real struggle of this dynasty is a civil war.
Fossil skulls of Dunkleosteus are a testament to this fact.
They are punctured. They are scarred. This is not predatory behavior. The only creature that could challenge a tyrant is a tyrant. This brutal internal conflict defined the end of its reign. But it was not the killing blow. Fall came from the planet itself.
A Class I reset.
Devonian mass extinction. The world's oxygen vanished from the sea. Entire placoderm dynasty rulers wearing armor, wiped from the earth. The throne was, for the first time, left empty. The great dying. It was a new world.
A new arena.
And the empty throne called for new rulers. From the land, the Reptile Empire.
First contenders were the ichthyosaurs.
Were challenged by the Battle of the Titans. The Plesiosaurs. Predator X, Plesiosaurus funke, monster of the North Sea.
Battled the specialist ichthyosaurs, like Temnodontosaurus.
The throne was held, and lost, and held again.
A mid-Cretaceous turnover cleared the way for the final heir.
The serpent jaws. The Mosasaurus. It was not a shark. It was not a dinosaur. It was a 50-foot marine lizard. Weapons were not bone blades, but flexibility.
Mosasaurus had a double-hinged jaw, like a snake.
It can bend its skull to swallow its giant prey. It even had a second set of teeth on its palate. The pterygoid teeth to ratchet prey down its throat.
It was a dynasty of snakes that ruled the Cretaceous seas.
Until 66 million years ago. K-Pig extinction. The Reptile Empire was annihilated. The slate was wiped clean.
Class I reset, again.
The throne was vacant. The seas were empty. The first new tyrant to claim the throne was Basilosaurus, a primitive serpentine whale.
Wadi al-Hitan, the Valley of Whales, proved its brutality.
Fossil evidence shows it hunted smaller whales, the Troodon.
But this is just the beginning. True climax of this 400 million year war.
It's the Miocene.
Rome was so contested, it was shared. Two unrelated titans. Two coexisting, ultimate rulers. In one corner, the Cutter. Otodus Megalodon.
A 67-foot shark.
Inch serrated teeth designed to sever fins and crush bone. He was a generalist. In the other corner, the Crusher. Leviathan Melville.
A 57-foot sperm whale. Six-centimeter spikes in both jaws.
This was not a filter feeder.
This was a brawler.
Arena was so violent that 20-foot orca-sized predators were reduced to mid-level prey for these two giants.
This was the final, greatest battle for the tyrant's throne. Battle ended. Leviathan, the Crusher, vanished as the world cooled. Megalodon, the Cutter, was the last survivor. It held the throne until just 3.6 million years ago.
Its extinction marks the end of the tyrant's chronicle.
The throne of the deep is never empty for long.
A 400 million year war, written in bone.
Which monster is the real Lord of the Seas to you? Whose survival chronicle should we reconstruct next?
Nominate a new paleontological record in the comments.